Hello, hello. We are live with Terra Nullius, episode 44. It's pretty exciting, guys. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some things that happen
We've
today,
probably
I'm sure.
purchased a house at this point.
I have.
Yeah.
I have a house.
Yeah, sure.
I shouldn't talk.
So,
Probably got a couple kids,
Yeah,
and they're just, yeah.
life is good.
Unless Karen took them. As long as Karen didn't took them.
No, we totally skipped the marriage
we definitely
thing.
did skip the marriage thing.
Just went straight to kids.
Yeah. We went from like teenage stuff to drinking and then midlife crisis, and there was like a whole we just kind of ignored the entire 30s.
We magically have a bunch of kids.
Yeah, and now we just have kids.
I think last episode was definitely the midlife crisis.
I mean, we've just hit the end of the midlife crisis, I think, and now
We've accepted it, and now we're
moved on. Yeah.
Now we're parents.
Yeah. That's how that works, right?
Apparently.
Once you get
I was gonna say, and now I'm a wild magic sorcerer, but whatever.
Once you get through your midlife crisis, then you just become a parent. That's how it works. Okay, so anyway, enough of this.
I mean, we've had children for a very long time, but now we're an official
right. Now we actually take it seriously. Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Now that they're out of the house.
Now that they're out of the house, yeah, we just, yeah. Okay, so we are here with episode 44 of Terra Nullius, and I'm pretty excited because it's been a while since we have played a regular episode of Terra Nullius.
Wait, hold on. Does that make side stories our child because they're about 12?
Yes, sure. That makes
Okay,
sense.
but they're not out of the house then. We did not keep them
That's
out
true.
at age 12.
Okay, I'm down with continuing this
Maybe
weird
you
headcanon
did.
where Terra Nullius is the mother and side stories
are
is
the
your
baby.
child.
And Anno Domini is also the weird child as well.
I feel it's like a cousin, like a weird cousin.
okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe the nephew.
Yeah, nephew maybe. Yeah.
Well, it's Terra Nullius and Elysian Road are siblings.
Yes, definitely true.
And then
Yep.
Anno Domini is the child of Elysian Road.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Duh.
Duh. Yeah, you're very right. Very right.
And Caleb is the weird patriarch of the whole family.
No, I was gonna
What
say
is Gamebound?
the Promenade Crow Inquisitors, which is the first campaign
Gamebound
we ever did.
Is the adopted child?
No.
No, Gamebound is the crazy
is
uncle.
The crazy uncle. Yes, absolutely. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, Crow Inquisitors is the grandfather. It's probably the great grandfather at this point of this whole shebang. So yeah. Anyway, now that we've just like done, we always do weird like.
Check out Caleb, patreon.com/Caleb Empowers.
Thank you for that segue.
Link in the description, which now he has to put.
How dare you? Why would you?
Oh yeah, it wasn't in the description on your YouTube video when I was watching it, Caleb.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot. It's in Twitch right now, but.
That you posted your you just posted your Twitch link.
Oh, I really did,
in
didn't I?
Twitch chat.
Whoops. That's not what I meant to do.
Hey,
my
you're
Twitch-
watching on Twitch. Here's my links to my
That's
Twitch.
what I meant to do. Boy. Yeah. I mean, hey, Carly, Marmaduke is in Anno Domini. It is definitely weirder than Terra Nullius. Let's be real about this. Yeah. Man, what is even going on? I don't even remember what.
We should start
we're
so we
talking
can.
about
Goals?
anymore. Yeah, let's do goals.
Right.
Let's do goals. Let's do that. Tweety. Let's.
Well, my short-term goal that I'm not going to put down is not die.
Okay.
Because actually, that's kind of this one. So
Survive the mission.
no, that actually kind of ties to a different goal. So
Okay.
3 goals. 1, make a name for myself on the
still
mainland.
working on that.
Still,
Yeah.
kind of sort of worked on that last time. So 2, find out what I'm doing with myself. Because Toity is a little lost
Find
because
a new purpose in life.
pretty much.
Okay.
And then 3, it's gonna be a hard one, but redeem myself.
Redeem myself. I mean, honestly, I feel like find a new purpose in life and redeem myself are basically the same goal.
Kind of. I have a feeling that find out what I'm doing with myself will get solved once Toity kind of gets a hand on his new powers, and then redeem myself will be further past that.
Well, then let's start with find a new purpose in life, and then from there you can work on redeem yourself, because I feel like those are sequential steps in a pattern.
That's
right?
true. I'll see if I can think of a.
I mean, you could literally just have it be survive the mission, right? Find a new purpose in life and survive the mission.
Actually, that's a very good point.
So, I mean, this is an interesting point to bring up. Do you want your goal to be survive the mission, or do you want your goal to be succeed on the mission, or make sure everyone survives the mission? Or is the only thing Toady really cares about his own safety?
I think, well, survive the mission is multifaceted. It's survive through here and also make sure the rest of the party doesn't kill him.
Right. Okay, yeah. Make sure that you just survive in general. Yeah, okay, sure.
Exactly.
Yep, that makes sense.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised he's alive right now. I honestly thought I was sacrificing him last session.
It was perfectly foreshadowed for Riot to kill him, but, you know, it's a
I'm
good
not
thing.
dead.
Sorry.
No, I think it made total sense that she didn't, but yeah, like there was some foreshadowing set up that could have led there. So, cool, awesome, cool.
Ryan never indicated a want to ever kill Toity. Ari was just like, hey,
right, she didn't kill.
yeah,
she didn't indicate a want to kill Toity, but the foreshadowing was every single time before this that someone has wronged Raya, she has killed them. So that was the pattern that was set up.
That's why Toady tried to slit his throat, because he figured it was coming anyway.
Yeah, and you'd rather die in your own terms. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Anyway, speaking of Miss Raya Olufemi, what's your goals?
Number 1, protect the party, which unsure if that still includes Toity or not, or if that's what I'm protecting the party from. I feel like Raya doesn't really know that at this point. She's just kind of like, well, now we have to do this mission and you're here with us, so we'll see what happens to you. But
I mean, Raya doesn't consider him part of the party anymore. So.
Yeah. Number 2, survive the mission.
Survive the mission. Yep.
And 3, find Nahuatl.
Yeah. Cool stuff. Survive the mission. Sounds good. Miggy continues to have his same goals. Help Raya recover from her loss. Marry Ari. Actually, wait a second. Do I want him to change his goals? Because he will probably not be able to work on the first 2 there. Yeah, let's change Miggy's goals to... Well, so he has proved myself to the party. I don't know. I'll think of other goals for Miggy, but I won't take up time right now doing it. So, Ari, what you got?
Get out of my contract with Lord Navarro. Survive the mission. And I have trained Miggy on here, but I don't think I'm going to have time to do that today.
That's the thing that everybody's kind of seeing.
That's the thing. But I don't know what else I put. Find Nahuatl, but I don't really care about that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I'll still keep it on there. I might say like something kind of like what I did like 2 sessions ago, where I'm like, "Hey, Miggy, look at this stuff over here."
Isn't it neat?
I am not sure you will have any opportunity to do that in this situation. It was a stretch to do it in the sewers, but I gave you that one.
Yeah,
so
I know you did.
The only reason that made sense is because there had just happened to be a lot of random molds.
Yes. Okay. How about this? How about like navigate the party through the castle?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Navigate the party through the palace. Got it. Cool.
Or help navigate the party through the castle or something.
Yeah. Sure. Awesome. Darius.
Hasn't changed. Blood. Rescue Nahuatl and defeat Erendira.
Sounds good.
Blood.
Miggy's are going to be prove myself to the party, keep my companions safe, and help Toity. Just help him. He needs some help.
Yeah, don't say.
Toity needs a magic hug.
Yeah, he needs several magic hugs.
Gonna get one to his brain.
Yeah. What? Just like
I don't
wild
know.
magic? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, like, cause I don't know. I just don't know what you're doing with Toity. I think he's probably still a little delirious.
Yeah. Cool. All
Just
right.
had like a whole bunch of levels ripped out of him.
Yes, true. And then shoved back in chaotically.
Not shoved back in, just like the magic swirl, like the chaotic void of magic that is left in him has become this chaos magic.
Cool. So
Is your
So
focus
once he
gonna
learns
be
to control it, is it chaos control?
I was gonna ask if your focus is gonna be a chaos emerald.
Yes.
Oh no.
I mean, technically, he had a stone. It's just gone now.
Quick, if everybody was Sonic characters, no, I'm kidding.
No, no.
We already did this one,
I don't think.
but just for us in
Oh, that's
life.
true. We did. That's true.
Sonic needs no more weird, freaky fan fictions.
It's fair.
Rise the rings.
So, oh, hey, one last quick announcement for anyone happen to be watching. I'm currently working on a cool emote for this channel. Finally, it's gonna be there. I'm not gonna say what it is, but we're gonna have an emote. And so if you subscribe, you will get an emote, and it will be great.
Hey, Caleb, you know you should be an emote?
What? Yeah, that would be another.
Have
one.
Alyssa just draw
I
it.
hear you.
Yeah, just take
we could
Alyssa's
just-
drawing. Yeah.
We could just scan this and bring it in.
Yeah, perfect.
Alyssa could draw a new one.
I don't think I could make one that good again ever.
You could make one.
Just send me a bitmap from MS Paint, and it'll be great. Okay. Anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into things here on Terra Nullius. So,
Yes.
where we last left off. Man, it's been a while. Where we last left off, you guys were in the sewers. You know.
Still.
But you basically just got out of the sewers. Basically, like where we pick up, you guys will be right at the place you're supposed to be, about to like. Go do the
So that's my
Castle?
question. So how long do we have in the sewers still until we get out of it?
Oh yeah, you're like right there.
Because we're waiting.
Until I message Pax saying.
Yeah, so
"Hi,
that
we're here,
has to
let us
kind of be a
out."
thing that goes on here. So give me 1 second. I feel like I wrote a note about this.
I'm just curious how long it takes, because if it takes an hour, then
Yeah,
we can short rest and get some hit points
I
back.
have to.
But if not, then let's all take some healing potions real quick and get in there.
Yeah.
If only we had an infinite supply of them.
I mean, we have a decent amount of them.
So
Ew.
I gave somebody a potion of supreme healing.
I'm just
I don't know who
referring
that
to the
was, but-
last.
I have right, because we were totally supposed to know that eating the flesh would have healed us. That's the other thing you missed, Emily.
It's true. Turns out,
Yeah.
the flesh, if you had harvested all of its fleshiness, it could make magic items out of it, including healing potions. But it's all gone now. Anyway,
I wanted a vampire shield, so every time someone hit my shield, I get healed.
that's
That would be
terrifying. That's terrifying.
That's awesome.
Man, I thought I had a note on this, but I don't. So I'm just gonna wing it. So, I think the first thing we see on this episode of Terra Nullius is we see a throne room. It is a majestic throne room, white marble, all sorts of like insignias, kind of like carved into the floor and stuff. There's like, sorry, I'm trying to pull up the exact image here so I can just describe it. No. Keep loading the wrong thing. Here we go. There is like a lot of like sun motifs going on in this throne room. There's like a big elevated platform with a throne, some stairs, big platform, lots of cool white marble pillars. And we see Erendira sitting on this throne, and there are a series of gems kind of like around the room on the walls, and they
there
are
Chaos Emeralds.
no, they're like orangish gems, and they are sending beams of light, kind of like in a triangle, and then focusing them in on they like refract and stuff into the the throne itself. And so Erendira is literally sitting on like a glowing throne, like this brilliant yellow-white light.
She looks radiant.
Yeah, she is radiant, sitting on this throne.
She could just use the light cantrip, but
No. Too basic. She's not a pleb.
But she will be eventually.
And she is.
Erendira is not basic white girl.
So we see Aaron. Honestly, she is. She totally is. Erendira is sitting on this throne. And when we see her, we actually what we probably see is we see these like. We probably just see the light reflected and like kind of glowing on the face of Paxoidal. That's probably who we see first in this throne room. We see Paxoidal and then a couple of other like Yuan Ti. They look like important officials in some capacity, whatever they might be. And they're kind of like, you know, before Erendira's throne, probably talking to her about something, having a meeting or something. And we hear Erendira's voice, and she is, you know, basically saying, we're getting subtitles for this because obviously they're speaking Yuan Ti. But she's...
They don't speak primordial?
No, they have their own language. They have their own snaky language.
How did we...
Well, they do speak primordial. It's just that they
They also speak their own.
Because I was going to say Mesnin didn't.
Yeah, I mean, Mesnin, that's why he sounded like this. Because he had an accent. He had this snaky accent in Primordial.
Gotcha.
Oh, snake.
The snake.
If he was speaking in Primordial, I would have just had him speak normally. Because when everybody knows the language, there's no real accent. It's just how you're speaking it. Anyway, so
I don't know. English has few accents.
that is true. But it's anyway, it doesn't matter.
Moving on.
We're getting into side tracks here. So Erendira is saying basically something about it's all a lot of minutia. It's like, you know, have you checked the western wing? It seems there was a problem with the plumbing. And Paxoidal says, "Oh, I already did that, mistress. It's nothing to worry about. Just a slight leak, but it should be taken under control. I have quarantined off the baths in that area, though, just to make sure that nobody disturbs it as it's being fixed. Not to worry, though." And Erendira, we get this like pan around as Pax is talking, and we see Erendira. And she's, you know, sitting on this glowing throne. Again, she looks like this for the peoples. Has a cool like emerald tiara and like emerald hair, and yeah, she's majestic as she sits on this throne. And she's wearing like a gossamer dress, and she has two like rainbow colored feathers in her mouth. And she just like it's almost as if, because she like spits them out as soon as like pan around, we see her spit out these like two rainbow feathers, and it's almost as if she was eating something and like just spit these out as like an afterthought, like she had finished whatever she was eating, and she kind of like licks her fingers, and She says, "Well, see to it that it's done post haste, Pax. We shouldn't have our guests without a bath. Would be discourteous of us." And he nods and says, "Of course, I'll get to it right away. Would that be all, mistress? I would like to get to that as soon as possible." And Erendira seems to think about it. She says, "Yes, Pax, I believe that will be all. Please, you're dismissed. Go in peace." And Erendira, we follow Pax as he like starts to like walk out of the room, and then we just hear like some sort of like it's a really weird noise. It's almost as if like it's like a purr, but like it's like a mix between like a purr and a strangling noise. Like this thing, it can't vocalize very well. Like it doesn't have much vocal capability except to like have this kind of strange ambient purring noise, but it's cut off. And we just hear Erendira say, "No, this," and we hear like a snap. And we just see we get a shot of the bottom of her throne, and we just see her like her bare feet just kind of crossed over each other, and we just see two more feathers just like kind of like fall to the ground right next to her feet. And then we cut back to you guys. So you guys are standing in the sewers, and you're right above where you know you need to be. There's like a pipe. It's gonna open up above you at some point whenever Pax gets here. So yeah, it would be about time to message him. So
I already got rid of one of my 3rd level spells, so I can message him saying we're in position. How long until you will be here?
Yeah, he messages back. Not long at all. I'm heading towards the West Wing now. So he said
okay,
like 20
guys.
minutes, basically.
It's party time.
Yeah.
All right, let's drink some potions, guys. Get our hit points up. Let's see here. What do I have?
So we see the buffing scene begin.
I have a potion of greater healing and a potion of healing.
I have 2 potions of healing.
I took literally none of the stuff we got, so...
I gave somebody did I give Miggy the greater healing potion? The like supreme healing?
You may have. Let me check.
I just want to make sure that didn't like go by the wayside, because somebody should have it and it's not.
He has a healing potion.
Because I was gonna say, because I think we gave Darius the supreme healing potion. Remember when we found that horde?
Yeah,
That
I don't know,
makes
but
sense.
somebody should have potion of supreme healing, and I just want to make sure.
Yeah, if
that
nobody does, then
somebody
we need to
has
assign
it.
it to someone.
Oh, okay. No. I do.
You do
I have a potion
Okay.
of. I have a potion of supreme healing, and greater healing.
Oh, nice.
Okay, there we go. That makes sense.
How much does a greater healing do?
It's like
Greater healing is
84? Something like that.
44 plus 4.
Isn't that the normal one, though?
Normal is 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, okay.
44 plus 4.
Normal is 2d4 plus 2. Greater is 44 plus 4, and supreme is 10d4 plus 20.
I think I'm gonna use that greater healing because I'm down like 30 hit points. So
Greater that I have, or do you have a greater?
no, I just mean I'm gonna use it. So
On her own sheet.
She has a greater, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not gonna
Basically
steal yours.
using stuff that other people have.
Not
Jordan,
mine,
can
it's
can we say that you like feed Toity one of his healing potions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so what do we see from like everybody as they kind of like are
Wait, no, that was only
preparing for
1d4.
this? Like what is everybody's kind of like mood and attitude
hey,
directly after like the whole intense situation you guys just went through?
I'm sorry.
I
How
just-
much is a greater healing potion again?
44 plus 4.
Okay, thank you. Oh, that was not very good.
I am just kind of like standing to the side next to the ladder, whatever is gonna like open
Yeah, there's like a ladder,
up, and kind of just like meditating and praying, preparing, but no like emotion showing on my face at all.
So Alyssa, do you still need a decent amount of health?
Yeah, like I think I'm down 17 hit points right now.
Would Toity notice that she still looks kind of pretty well worn? Caleb?
Who?
Would Toity notice that Ari still looks kind of worn out a bit?
I'm down 17 hit points now.
I don't know. I mean,
Can I roll perception
Yeah.
is what I'm
Yeah.
asking? Okay. 9, no.
yeah.
I mean,
I'm
I
way
would
too
think that
exhausted.
anybody who needed more would say something, since I have healing spells. If anybody would like them, I'm not.
Should I use my potion of healing as well? Just
How?
I mean,
If
the max
you're-
you can get out of that one is 10 hit points.
I mean, would
I
you
managed to
rather
do that.
use the potion or save that in case something happens to me and I can't heal you when you're in battle?
right. That's my thoughts. I still do have 2 spell slots though, so I could still cast Cure Wounds if I need.
No,
to.
let me do it.
Okay. But I mean, I'm just saying if you go down, I can still do that.
Okay. So what would you rather do? Do you want to use a potion?
I don't know.
Because if I cast Cure Wounds on you, which is a first level, you're gonna get.
I mean, the thing is,
6.
The thing is, it takes a lot long. I think it takes longer to take out a potion and feed it to someone than it does to just cast Cure Wounds. Yeah. Is my only thought.
I'll just use my last healing potion. That's fine. Okay. How much is it? Just a regular potion of healing?
2d4
plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Okay, not bad.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'll be okay. I'm only down 10 hit points now.
I'm currently down 23. Should I take my other potion or?
Well, actually, here I wanna see something. I wanna try and roll. To see if Toity notices Darius is kind of well worn too. Ooh.
I was gonna say when it just carried like.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like Toity is not in a good place right now to.
Okay, that's fine. No, that's why I was rolling. I figured it would be. Okay, because Toity has one left and he was gonna hand it to Darius, but he can't. He's still.
Yeah. I think Ari right now is probably checking on Miggy, make sure that he's okay physically and emotionally. But so she's checking on him physically. She's like fussing at him, like checking his arm and whatnot, make sure like it's okay and whatnot. And she's like, "Are you okay?" But like, she's trying to get across like, "Are you okay emotionally right now?" But she's making it seem like she's only. Yeah, because she's not good at the emotional thing, but yeah.
Who are you doing this?
Not good at this thing called
Miggy.
emotions.
Okay, that's what I thought you were. That's what you were saying, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, I mean, he seems to like kind of smile slightly at your concern. Yeah, I mean he's about half down. I think he has 27 out of 43. He has 1 healing potion on him. I don't know what.
Yeah, I tell him to drink it. I'm like, well, you should probably drink that.
Okay. Yeah, he nods. Downs it. So
does he need another? Because I have one.
Yeah, that might be good. So yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
And then another one of that.
Mostly up.
If he wants.
Yeah. Let's do that. There you go.
Okay,
the
so
one from me did more healing because I'm a cleric who gave it to him.
So just so we can establish, how long did it take for us to go to the combat to the sewer, from the sewer to where we're going?
From where to where? There's a lot of things. Yeah.
So sorry.
Okay.
So how long did it take for us to, from the end of combat to like when we like were talking with Toity and all that stuff went down to when we're actually going to get into the palace? How long is that?
Like half an hour max.
Great. So I still have half an hour of conjure animals.
Yes.
Yes.
Technically.
Awesome.
Yes.
Perfect. So I still have 8 pterodons.
Gosh.
All at full hit points. You didn't hit any of them.
Boy, I thought I didn't have to bring them.
You thought wrong.
All right, let's just spawn a couple of pteranodons, shall we?
Are all of our secondary companions okay?
Yeah, no, they didn't get hit very much at all in that fight, so.
I would say I think Huracan got hit a little bit. I don't think
but
Akana
she
did
has
or
a
Tohil
lot
did.
of hit points, so it does not matter that much.
I would have had like 6 or something, whatever they were, but friggin' Balam had to show his true self.
Okay, cool. So that time passes, and I mean, it's probably even just like a tense moment because you guys are expecting like the whole situation to happen. But suddenly the top like above this chute just like opens up, and maybe everybody just like starts for a bit because it's just like okay. But then it's Pax in the top.
Jordan, are you still carrying Toity? You cast something on me. What was it again?
I cast stop to make you not slit your throat.
Was it just command though that you used?
Yeah.
Okay, remember.
I cast stop.
Cast stop every day.
I just threw a stop sign at your friggin' head.
and then it knocked you out, and then I had to carry you, and that's why I'm carrying you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you carried him to here. You guys have been waiting around for about 20 minutes in this particular part of the sewer. So.
Yeah, I guess is Toity like able to walk, or is he willing to walk?
I have 38 hit points. I was just like, I was mainly wondering what you had done, just because like, would I be compelled? Like, I was wondering if you'd cast Charm Person or something like that. I couldn't remember.
No.
Okay,
No,
I was pretty sure it's
just
command,
the
You
command.
didn't do that.
Yeah, just command.
which is just a single command.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Single one-word command.
So Pax's face appears from the top of this little like ladder thing, and he's, just as a reminder, he's like wrapped in a bunch of like weird sickly cloths, and yeah, he looks down and he says, "This way, come."
We go.
Yep.
Start up
Okay.
and follow him.
You guys enter Erendira's palace. And that's probably like where we get the Terra Nullius like credit sequence, is like you guys are finally in the palace.
So we need to make a Erendira's palace theme.
Yes.
Oh, those are Terra. Okay, I was really worried for a second.
And
like,
there's a
look,
bunch
we
of
already had it.
monsters that are right there. No, so how does this even go? Like, do you just send the Tyrannotons like up the
Well, so what? Yeah, what I figured we're gonna do, right, is use them as perfect distractions
Okay.
to navigate around. Because here's the thing: we're not gonna get away with stealth without pass without trace. So we might as well use these guys to our advantage and like, have them create some like noises to like distract people.
Oh
around.
my. Okay. So that's the plan.
Okay, but before you do that, I would like to ask Pax what if there's a certain way that he thinks this would best be done.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I mean, obviously, he's obviously going to give you a little bit of a layout here. So this is the baths, right? So this whole thing basically is kind of meant to be one big bath. And so the water is completely drained out right now. But yeah, you guys come up and there's a bunch of pillars around and stuff. And there is another more private bath kind of like over here, up into to the side there. And there are three ways out of this little chamber. And so Pax, he just, I think, says, well, what is the plan exactly? Where do you need, I mean, just so I know not to get in the way of the fighting.
Probably rescue Nahuatl first and then go kill Erendira. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or do you guys have a different idea?
I mean, the only thing with that is rescuing Nahuatl, then we have her with us during a big fight.
Although,
So you think we should
Only
weaken
issue.
Erendira, bring her to Nahuatl in her chamber, and then kill her in there? Because we have to kill her with Nahuatl, so that way she can ascend.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So they have to be present at
getting
the same
Nahuatl
time.
first is probably
Yeah, probably need to get Nahuatl then. So we're looking for.
And if we can maybe heal her, she might be of use to us. So
Yeah,
that's
we'll
what I was
see.
thinking.
she's
So
blessed
we're-
after
we're
all.
We're looking for a room where she would have kept a prisoner. And did I ever get to scry on the room?
Nope. She
can't
resisted at
remember.
the time you tried. Yeah.
Darn.
We've seen it in like a audience scene, but
Yeah, so I just kind of say it's some room or prison. Do you have any idea where that would be?
you asking Pax?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think he nods and he says, "Yes, she doesn't keep her prisoners anywhere else, but the prison complex, she has a whole section of rooms there.
Great.
Unfortunately, it is on the literal other side of the palace."
Oh, wonderful.
Of course it is.
I mean, yeah, it has to be. I mean, why would they keep the baths and the prisons near each other?
Keep the
You
prisons
get the
under
dirty
the baths.
bath water and you throw it on the prison.
What?
Duh.
No, that's what the sewers are for, Raya. Wow. Yeah, so, I mean, how much do you ask him about, like, details? because I think he doesn't like.
I mean, I'd want to know everything that he knows about like the layout of the palace.
Okay.
To be able to navigate.
Like, what's the best way to get from here to there?
If he knows
yeah,
anything
so
about,
I think
like,
he says
guard schedules or anything, or secret passages besides
even like servant, like if there's like servant passages,
Yeah.
maybe we could go through.
Yeah, so he shakes his head when you say that, and he says, "Oh no, nothing like that. Erendira, well, she doesn't really have a penchant for secret passages or servants' quarters really at all. This entire complex is really just one continuous building with one, hallway after another. She has it's laid out like a temple, really. So just to give you a quick idea, there will be 5 rooms you'll have to get through to get to the prisons. They're immediately beyond the baths here, and he kind of like points like to the right, to the east. There's a chapel, a banquet hall, a library, all kind of over in that direction. There are some people there in the immediate. So if you walk that way, you will immediately. I mean, you're going to have to fight someone. I don't think there's any easy way to go about this exactly. And then there's the galleries. There's paintings and sculptures and things that she likes to put on display. And then there's the arboretum, which has the plants and various exotic greenery. And then the barracks, where everybody sleeps normally.
Okay, so makes no sense to have the bathroom next to the prison, but a nice plant garden? Yeah, let's put that next to the prison. That makes total sense.
No, there's
The barracks.
Like it's right next to the barracks.
Oh.
And then from there he's like, and then after the barracks, and so basically the idea is there's a hallway that's connecting all of these sections, and there's like buildings or like chambers that come out from that hallway. But I mean, they're pretty like you're not going to probably be able to sneak through the hallway exactly. But then he says after the barracks there's I'm not actually entirely sure what to call it. A gate maybe. It's a room I try not to frequent too often. But that's immediately connected to the prisons. So it's a long, arduous trek from here to there, and I apologize for not being able to get you any closer.
Okay, so then from there, how do we get to Erendira?
Well, in the room with the gate, there are 2 gates in that room. One to Erendira's more private chambers, and one to somewhere I'm still not entirely sure.
Wait, so there's 2 gates, one to the prison and one to the
No, so there's
chambers,
just a
or
hallway,
there's 3 gates?
hallway that leads from that room to the prisons. And then there are 2 gates there. One, he says, to Erendira's more private chambers, and then another gate, but he's not sure where it leads.
Okay, so then if we were just trying to get straight to Erendira from here, is there a more direct route? Or are there still going to be a bunch of rooms?
There's only one way to get to Erendira's more private chambers, and that is through a gate. Her palace actually is, 2 places, one on top of the other. She doesn't actually live here. She lives somewhere else that's also here. It's confusing. No one's ever explained it to me. I'm just a sewer worker.
It's a dimension from the sounds of it.
Yeah, when he said gate, I'm like, I'm going to ask him to describe this gate.
Do you want to ask him that?
Yeah, I think Darius just says, you said gate?
Yes.
Can you describe what this gate looks like?
I will try to do it as quickly as possible. I believe we are running out of time here before someone will catch on to the fact that I'm not just fixing a leak in here. But the gate is well, it's a portal. Maybe is a better word for it. Lots of glowing lights, and there's a big dais and glowing energies, that sort of thing. The dragon tends to hang out there. I should say hang out. The dragon tends to stay there. He's working on something. I'm not entirely sure what.
Near Erendira's gate or the other gate?
The other gate. I mean, they're both right next to each other, but yes.
Well, I have an idea where the other gate goes.
Does this sound at all familiar to Toity, to the portal thingy that was underneath the Fire Genasi temple area? The thing he touched accidentally?
Oh, the Sphere of Annihilation?
Yeah, does that sound at all familiar?
No, it sounds
like
like
that?
the opposite.
Okay.
He describes it as like glowing like yellow-white energy.
But similar composition, just not evil.
Well, he also described like there's like a kind of like a layer of crossing like weird like beams that are like all throughout. So it's definitely different. But yeah, I mean you could. I was
mainly wondering because it's been a while since we did that.
Yeah, nothing about his description triggers that. I don't think for Toity.
Okay, good.
So just so I'm clear, so right, it's a hallway, and then
there's all sorts of branching chambers, and honestly, there's a few times it goes in the chamber itself. So there's like some chambers that are like part of the main thoroughfare, and then other chambers that are like kind of break off the main thoroughfare, but it's one continuous path that goes from here to the prisons.
So if we were to run from here to the prison,
yeah, you could aggro the entire
how long
dungeon.
would it take? No, how long would it take? To run from here to the dungeon.
All right.
This is important.
Let's do some math, everybody. Okay, so
Math
how
with Terra Nullius.
So let's assume it's
if we just everybody dash.
If it's 50, right? Because Toity has the lowest at 25.
Well, I'm being carried currently.
Right. Okay. So then let's say it's 60 then. 60. If everybody dashes.
Okay. So as a rough estimate, 1, 2,
we all just
3,
gonna run?
4, 5.
Well, just hold on.
To Nahuatl, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. As a rough estimate, if we consider 200 feet per like area, which is about approximate, then you would have to run 1,000 feet.
Okay. Do some math here.
So 1,000 feet times or divided by 50. Is that what you're trying to do?
60.
60.
Divided
That would be 17 rounds.
Okay, so what do you guys think about me using the beans to create a force field around us? And then we run through it as far as we can. And then...
Do it!
Okay, wait. The other thing I wanted to ask before we left. Pat.
Why did I even prepare this dungeon? I don't know. Why did I spend 15 hours doing this? I don't know.
You guys broke my dungeon. It's time we have the reverse.
So, because if we...
For it, I wanted to ask Pax, like, where is Erendira right now? Because is she in her private chambers?
Yeah,
he
says, she was having a meeting with some of the other officials in her throne room, if I am to be.
Okay.
How long do the beans last again?
1 minute. So it lasts us about half of that, a little over half that time. So we could probably get through like...
But you could probably use it again right after, right?
Right, I could. It just takes one action to use it. So...
How many charges do you have on it?
A lot.
A lot.
So how many charges? Let's see here. I have 36 charges, and it takes 6 charges to do the full thing.
You have 36 charges.
That's what it says. It says I have 36 charges.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Unfortunately, though, I don't think it's very big, so only a couple of us.
It's fine. Akna can fend for herself. She is strong.
How big can we make it?
Let's see here. It is how big is it?
Yep, Caleb. Total disaster. So
Why doesn't it say?
why shouldn't we try something that will keep us from dying?
Hold on. It doesn't say on my character sheet for some reason. Let me look it up.
Beans of what are they?
It's called Cube of Force on in D&D. So let me see. It is lasts for 1 minute. It's 15 feet on a side.
We can fit everyone but one. No, because Darius is carrying me. We can fit all of us in the 15-foot cube. We've broken Caleb. We've broken Caleb.
Hold on.
But I'm just realizing that I'm gonna have to like keep hopping you guys from map to map, and just we're gonna play this round by round as you run through the entire thing. Like I have never done anything like this before.
I hate to
hold on. This is just an idea. We don't have to do it, but I just thought if we want to avoid some combat.
I just would like to point out
because people are probably going to chase after us. This is only like maybe, but
well, what you do is you just sick the Pteranodons on them as we're going through the rooms to distract them. Well, yeah,
right. Like,
but hold on. What does the nature of me carrying Toity entail?
I'm pretty light.
Oh wait, yeah. I think Deliverance makes it so it doesn't change. That's right. Because I have Deliverance, I can carry Toity without it being a problem.
Yeah.
That's why we were able to do Toity Saddle.
Right.
This is the first installment of Toity Saddle. Yep.
Well, it's more like Toity cradled in your arms as a limp.
Toity cradle.
Toity noodles. Toity noodle. Even though he's the smallest character, he's the noodle.
But yeah, so the Pteranodons just follow right behind us and then just attack the people.
Oh my gosh, just have them like...
attack everybody.
Because what else are they gonna do, right? Like
they can't fit in.
And then they can, keep them in there and distract them, and so that way they don't immediately chase after us.
So, can this be dispelled in any way, shape, or form? Like, I'm just trying to think about what people might try and stuff.
So, okay, here, yes, there are ways it can be dispelled.
No, I just want to know.
Trying to ruin our fun.
I'm not trying to ruin anything. I just want to play the rules of the world.
So,
I'm not trying to kill you either.
So,
just playing the world.
So it will lose charges if the disintegrate spell is used on it.
Okay.
Horn of Blasting, Pass Wall, Prismatic Spray, and Wall of Fire.
Okay.
It will lose charges if those are.
Oh, what a coincidence! They all have all of those.
So it says.
Just cast on the bubble.
So let's see. The cube loses charges when the barrier is targeted by certain spells or comes into contact with certain spells or magic item effects as shown on the table below. Okay, so basically, like it says that they roll.
It just like
doesn't dispel it. So like a disintegrate spell, for example, does 1d12. So if you roll on there a 6 or higher, you automatically like basically dispel it. But if you do like if you roll a 2, then it only gets rid of some of the layers of it, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right. But
is that
each magic effect? So here, each magic effect does a certain like dice amount. So let me show you. I'll put it in the chat. So disintegrate is the D12. Horn of Blasting is the D10. Pass Wall is 1d6.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Prismatic Spray is D20, and Wallfire is a D4.
So the way I read that is it doesn't deactivate the barrier. If it does a certain amount, it just loses charges that you haven't spent already, right? So like I don't think it would ever dispel it, but if they did enough things to it where you would have no more charges once it like went away naturally, then you can use it again.
That makes sense.
It sounds to me more like if it breaks one of the charges, then it goes to the previous, like if she used 5 instead of 6. Well, no, because
it says the cube loses charges. So charges are just, you spend charges to do an effect. You can't lose, once those charges are spent, they're spent.
I have 36. So I have 36 charges. I use 6 of them to make the barrier, but then they can
5,
keep.
But 6 deactivates them. Or no, 5 charges active. Yeah, it says 5. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. 6.
You take 6 beans out, and it costs 0 charges to deactivate the barrier.
Right. So So it takes 5 charges to do my whole thing. It takes 0 charges to deactivate it, That's just
Okay, so there's
Yeah.
there's 4 other versions then of the barrier.
Yes.
there's 5 total versions of the barrier. Yeah.
I want to read it.
Yeah, because it says the cube loses charges. So losing charges
Okay,
means...
but what does it mean by cube? Does it mean the cube of force,
Yeah,
or does
the
it mean
cube
the
of
cube
force.
that's created?
No, the cube of force.
Just the
'cause
beans itself would lose charges.
Yeah, the cube of force, like the barrier that's created, doesn't have charges. It's just the cube, because the barrier that's created is separate from the cube of force. The cube is the cube of force because the cube. Oh wait, no, you might. No, yeah, because it says the only thing that was making me second guess that was the cube, that the cube wasn't capitalized, but it also says it early up in here, the cube not capitalized starts with 36 charges. So that's it's just the actual magic item itself, because it wouldn't make sense. The barrier isn't. It's powered on charges and it activates the barrier, but once the charges are spent, the charges aren't just sitting there. Like they're gone. Like they don't no longer have an effect anymore. So yeah, that's you can't dispel the barrier.
Mwahahaha.
But they can make it so that way I might not be able to.
Do it again.
But yeah,
If they have those specific
just
spells,
very specific spells. But yeah.
Yeah.
which is a 6th level, a 4th level, I don't know what Passel and Horn of Blasting are, and then Prismatic Spray is pretty high as well.
Yeah.
Can qualify
Yeah,
as
I
good.
mean, you know what? Go ahead. You can do whatever you want.
I just broke Caleb's awesome.
You know what? He's
Castle.
broken us a lot
it's
too.
fine, guys.
So
It's totally fine. We may just
We
finish this
literally-
entire season right now, but
Toity is literally a broken husk right now.
yep.
Because here's the thing, we're not going to get out of this like
Not.
without making any noise, so we might as well just bolt for
That
it,
makes sense. Yeah.
right? And then I'll just stick my pteranodons on them.
All right, so it's 15 feet around you.
Oh wait, here's a question. Oh no, I don't want to
Is
ask
it
this.
15-foot radius?
I think it's cute.
Let's see here.
Well, it's a
Radius.
circle.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
It says 15 feet on a side. So I'm assuming that
So that's
means
radius, yeah.
centered around me. Yeah. It doesn't say radius.
No,
or
on a side means 15 feet, 15 feet, 15 feet. I'm pretty sure.
Well, so if it's normally it's a
that-
cube, but it would still be 50 because it's 15 feet on a side, which means 15 feet out from you on each
I
side.
don't think so.
No,
Right? No?
no. I mean,
No.
it just means like it's going to be 3 squares
right.
on each
So
side.
it just means, 3 squares on each side. So it's not.
It just fits all of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is it? 7.5 radius?
It's a 15-foot diameter.
Yeah.
It's a cube. It's not a sphere.
It is a sphere because she has.
Oh, it is
beams.
a
Because it's beans. Yeah, it's modified.
Oh, okay.
Right. So
yeah,
basically
you're right.
here,
Okay,
let's see. So I can't move everybody's tokens, but yeah, they actually, everybody barely fits. If Toity is on Darius's back, then yeah, everybody just barely fits. Actually, and honestly, Buck doesn't have to be in it. He could just fly above us. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But
He joins his pterodon brethren.
I mean, I don't want him to get hurt, but like,
Well, I think Caleb does.
yeah,
I
especially
mean,
after
it would be
this BS that I'm pulling right now.
Pretty apt time for
It-
someone to die.
Nothing would be worth. Nothing is going to be more BS than what we pulled off last week. It was awesome, but it was BS.
I don't know,
So I'm
guys.
like,
I
all
think,
right,
this is,
guys.
I think this is
Get
more.
your-
I'd like to make note, I was not a part of last week at all. You do not have to punish Raya for other people's
No, I
actions.
did. Guys, I gave you
I just
that.
wanna
I
make sure
gave
you
you
know.
that opportunity. I didn't care about it. I thought it was really cool.
Oh, you don't care.
So this you don't think is cool?
I think it's interesting.
Well,
Ye be
We will
salty.
see how it goes. No, I'm just interested to see how this goes. I don't know what this is gonna look like.
Which is Caleb speak for. I need to figure out how to break this.
No, it's literally not though. Like I don't want to just break it. I just want to make sure that like we're covering all the angles so that we don't realize halfway through, oh, this wouldn't have worked, and then it's a whole big thing.
okay, well here's the other question. Can we fit this barrier through the wall?
Dang it, Jordan! I
Well,
was
no,
hoping-
but that
Walls
doesn't
pass
matter
through,
though
yeah.
because the walls pass
okay.
through it.
But then how did we get like how did we slam the one dude?
Walls pass through it.
So
At her
walls pass
discretion.
through it. Yeah.
Okay.
So other people will just.
Yeah.
Will they take force damage from the pushing that we're gonna do?
I don't think you're gonna be running fast enough for that to happen. And if Ari could.
What if we had our arms back and we Naruto?
No.
Then they take
No.
force damage?
Plus 10
You
speed.
cannot run
Is
fast
everybody
enough.
on board with this idea? Like, is it okay? Like,
Yes.
okay.
Yes,
Yo.
I'm totally.
Here we go, guys.
What if before we started running, we yelled, "Gotta go fast"?
And painted ourselves blue.
Nope.
I wanted to make sure because I was like, okay, so we gotta get through all these chambers. How can we somehow like get past some of them? And I was like, the
Yeah,
beams.
so how is this? How you are you talking about this with packs at all, or are you just like kind of conferring with yourselves and then you're just like, all right, this is what we're gonna do, and then you just like activate and then just run?
Probably,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, let's
I
be
think
honest.
because right, Ari is like, I have a good way to get us through all this.
And right before we go, I'd be like, "Thanks, Pax. Hopefully, see you on the other side of this."
Yes, hopefully. And then we see Ari just like boom, activate the beans. So you take out these beans, and you had the harmless flash of pain, and the beans activate, and there's like a bubble of
And we're off.
yeah, invisible. And you just start running, and the Pteranodons start like swarming around you, and he's just like looking like what? And they're just like because you guys are like running full tilt just down the hallway.
Oh, we could have used these beans in the last session.
Man.
Well, see, that was actually my plan last session to avoid a combat was to.
I meant with the Elder Brain.
Oh yes.
Oh
Yeah.
I actually was planning on using them with the like bone devil things, but I didn't go high enough in initiative to be able to do that, so it
Gotcha.
didn't happen.
All right, y'all are copied, and let's go to the next map. Well, here, wait. How long? How much do you have to move to get? Or wait, I guess you could just start it right when you get to the edge of the map. Don't you just
Yeah.
plan that? Yeah. Okay.
So then it'll take us 15 rounds then? Is what you're saying?
Go, guys. It's already broken. It already doesn't work.
Oh.
The hallway is only 2 squares across.
That's what I was saying.
No.
That's what I was worried
Yeah.
of. Dang it!
Yep.
Oh, it's smaller.
It's
through
smaller
there.
Oh,
when you
yeah.
get further on. Yep.
Okay, well, too bad. Some of the other people just aren't going to get protected as well.
So that's what we have to decide. So
So we're splitting the
So
party?
what probably happens is you guys
You run after
you guys
us.
are thinking about this and like figuring this out, right? And you guys look out the door, right? Someone like looks out the door, and then like, you look at the size of the hallway, and you realize, okay, this actually won't work. You can't have everybody like run through this.
Okay, well, if Toidy's being held by Darius, Buck is flying with the other Pteranodons. It can
Well,
be-
and he can actually fly above in the dome because the dome is 15
or that,
out
whatever.
as
Buck
well.
won't take up a main area
Okay.
spot though. So if we have that, then it can be.
It
would
can
we
literally
just
be
say-
everybody except 2 people.
And,
How
and
fast
the two,
can Ava run faster than us?
She
How fast
can.
can Ava run? So I'm assuming Ava can run pretty fast and she can kind of get through it.
Yeah.
would it make more sense to have who?
So Miggy.
Would it make more sense?
No, not my boyfriend.
No, Toyo, let's kick Toyo.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was
Definitely.
gonna say.
Because-
I
can-
mean-
Who cares?
So what's the conversation here? Because you guys are like planning this. Yeah,
I have a.
I feel like though
Would it
Akna
make
would
more
not
sense?
want Ava alone outside the barrier by herself.
Yeah, maybe. Jordan, yeah, what were you saying? Let's kind of work this
Well,
through.
are we putting them in front of us or behind us?
I would say
Yeah.
behind,
I mean,
like we're pushing.
The Pteranodon, the
like, if
other
we push-
random Pteranodons are probably ahead, like first, or
Because we're like making way for the people who could run behind us.
Right. So we could send in the pterodons ahead of us,
to cause a
and then the
distraction.
and then the 3, and then Buck, Ava, and then whoever else, probably Akna, behind.
Well, so this is the question then, because if you guys are considering this, then it might. I mean, would it make the most sense to just have someone stay behind? and like cover your exit if something goes wrong, maybe.
I figured that's what we were doing with the people who are behind us.
I don't know. I feel like we're kind of all in with this. If we don't like,
yeah, that's fair.
Use all of
it's
our
like we're trying
resources.
to kill Erendira, so it's like if
What's
this goes downhill, we don't need an exit.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
We're gonna be dead anyway.
I don't, because I don't remember what it does at all. What does the other orb you have do?
The other orb? What?
Which?
The scrying one that she got rid of?
No, not
My
that
drift globe?
Yeah, what does the
it's
drift globe do?
It makes a little light.
Okay.
I
just didn't remember what it did at all.
Yeah, I don't think, at least for the first 2 rooms, having the people behind us will be an issue, because the pterodons, I'll probably split them up because there's 8 of them, so I'll probably have 4 go in the first room and then 4 go in the second room. But then after that, the person who's behind us might get attacked, and so that's what I want to avoid.
Yeah, so you know what I think maybe happens is I think Akna just volunteers.
That sounds like something she'd do. She's so nice.
Exactly. I think because if Ava's going to be outside the circle anyway, I think she just kind of like is considering this. Everybody's kind of like discussing it, and Akna says, "I'll just be outside of the bubble. I'll run with Akna. I can take care of myself. I can run if something goes wrong."
So noble.
I just.
She's so good.
And she's probably gonna die.
No, I want it to be Toe Heel.
Me too.
Can we have Toe Heel and also another Toe Heel?
Another Toe Heel.
Toe Heels die.
Yeah.
I almost. What if I use the hood?
Ooh.
To do what?
No
Anytime
magical effects can pass outside the barrier.
Through the barrier.
Yep.
Oh.
And she doesn't.
What if I stayed outside?
No, then you'll die.
No, I'm
and
gonna make him
with
run away.
you.
I mean, that's the downside.
Yeah, but how many charges do you have left on that hood to make him run away?
You've already used it once today. At least
I have 2 more
least
charges
once.
on it.
I think you only used it once.
I think he used it. I know.
I
I think once.
Yeah, I have 2 charges on it still.
Okay.
My other thought. My other thought's really dumb.
Say it.
We are
We're already
spitballing all the
into
ideas.
My thought is like if I had taken 10 minutes to summon Leonechka, maybe along the way or something, or maybe if I do it, like if I were to summon him, and I
mean,
could
you
just
had
run
20
ahead.
minutes that you could have done.
We
that.
had 20 minutes downstairs.
Well, my thought is if I summon Leonechka, then I can just run ahead of everybody with 20.
The issue is if you get caught at any point and you're like way ahead, like that could be very bad.
That's very
That could be
bad. I have very
But
low
yes, you
levels.
could ride on a bird through this entire temple. Yep, that's a thing you could do. Because this couldn't get any more ridiculous.
I feel like, unfortunately, as much as we don't want Akna to die, I think
it makes the most sense.
Oh, and as much as you don't want Akna.
I really
Alyssa likes Akna.
Akna.
Ari hates Akna.
Ari doesn't. Ari's like, fine, cool.
Why can't it be Toe Hill?
Because why would it be?
Because we want
question
him
is-
to die.
Yes.
The question would have to be who would the other person.
Like Emily said, another Toe Hill.
I mean, the other alternative is that I do the crazy thing with Darius and then Toe Heel's running behind too. And then you have everyone else that you actually.
I don't think Toe Heel is gonna be anywhere else but inside the bubble. Like,
Yeah, because he won't volunteer
He wouldn't
himself.
volunteer himself, and I don't think any of your
Take him
characters would
out.
actually be evil enough to just be like, "You're gonna be outside the bubble because we want you to die."
It's just us as players.
I mean, yeah, who knows with Raya anymore?
I don't know about your hijink. I don't know about the hijinks though. I was not
Yeah, it's true.
privy to any of it. If I was.
Okay,
he'd
so
be
the only
outside
real
that
question I
bubble.
think at this point is, Darius, are you gonna ride Leonechka?
I mean, it would.
Leonechka has as much HP as a bag of feathers.
Yeah.
He is a bag of feathers.
I mean,
Which
so
is-
here's the thing, though. You can still summon Leonechka and have it, like, be a distraction as well. Right?
That's
Well,
true.
outside the barrier
That's
because
true,
you could
have
just
Leoneshka run. You could just have a whole bunch of animals just run through the palace.
You know what you should do right now is you should have Akna also use her conjure animals and have her conjure a bunch of animals as well.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
I guess I
here's
Because
could.
it only takes one action.
Yes, I could.
here's
Do you
here's my
suggest
question.
that to Akna?
Yes.
I guess there are 16 pteranodons.
Oh my god.
Random.
Okay,
I mean, that
Here's
makes the
what
most
else.
sense. They're pretty agile and they can move like quickly.
Mhm.
I
Yes, I love that I have broken this game.
All right, here we go, guys.
Caleb hates me right now.
No, I'm just
He's
concerned.
not mad. He's just disappointed.
I'm just, yeah, a little bit.
here's
He was like, man, we were gonna have such good combats this session.
Man,
But-
this
Here's-
map is just a mess already.
okay, Caleb.
Guys, there are
What?
16
How
pteranodons
much-
in this hallway right now.
How
Wait, I
much,
can only see.
I'm on the other
I can-
map already. I'm
okay.
setting it up.
So, yeah.
Caleb? How much health does a war horse have?
A warhorse?
Because I can summon different steeds.
Can you?
Yeah, I can
Anything
choose
you've
what.
been in contact with, right?
No, anything that I
Or-
want.
Oh.
Does it say that? Then
The
why'd you have to
steed-
run?
The steed takes on a form that you choose: a warhorse, a pony, a camel, an elk, or a mastiff. Your DM might allow other animals to be summoned as
You know what?
steeds.
What would happen though? This would still be Leonechka. It would just be you could just make Leonechka be something else.
That's what I was thinking.
I love it.
Wait, what are the things you can summon again?
Warhorse,
A warhorse,
pony,
a pony, camel,
camel.
elk, or mastiff.
Oh, you said elk.
Or something.
I thought you
or
said
something-
elephant.
Warhorses have 19. They have the same.
Do they all
Yep.
have the same then?
I think they might. So I would. Yeah, I don't think there's one you can.
Just do Leoneshka. Leoneshka can run real fast, so.
I just imagine like if I summon a mastiff and we just have this dog running around.
He goes out to eat. Will you be my friend?
All right. Well, are you riding Leonechka? Is that what's happening, or is he just like running around? on?
Around to be a distraction.
Yeah, he's gonna run around and be a distraction. Then.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
He'll
Is
be a
he
distraction
gonna
for
be
2
at the
rounds
front
and
or
then
the back?
So I think what we should do is we should have 2 pteranodons flanking Ava and Akna, so that way they kind of serve as like a bodyguard, and then the other ones can distract and bite and whatnot and do all
Should
that.
we give more to Akna so she won't die so quickly?
I mean, we can always like move these around too as they go. Like, or Ari can just tell them to go wherever they want.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, I think I'm going to have Leonechka next to Akna.
I think this is the
Oh my
situation we
gosh,
find
this is just
ourselves
the
in.
most ridiculous thing.
Yeah, at the very back is Leonechka.
It's just 16 pteranodons.
This
in
is
a hallway.
amazing.
All right, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a quick break, and I'm gonna cool down a little bit, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna
Take some
start this
cleansing breaths.
hallway run. I feel like we're in a video game now, and it's just it's like how fast can we get through the entire dungeon? All right, we'll be back.
Speed run.
Yeah, we'll be back with more Terra Nullius right after this. Stick around.
Terra Nullius speed runs.